Let me tell you, first of all, what they should not do, whether it's a job or not. What they should not do is overextend themselves with any organization, minority or non-minority organization, I don't care what it is, at the compromise of their academic performance. But I am seeing too many kids be overextended running those damned organizations, minority organizations, and compromising their academic performance, not taking full 18, 20-hour semesters like it's necessary for you to graduate in 4 years. And therefore it's taking them 5 years or 6 years to get an undergraduate degree. That's ludicrous for me. And that makes me angry. I had awesome jobs. Right? What are these awesome jobs? When I started off at New Mexico Tech, I started off working in the cafeteria. And that was an awesome job because it meant that while I could not afford, because I was poor and didn't have money, to buy myself a hamburger at 10 o'clock at night like all my buddies could afford, you know, when they got hungry but studying too much, I did have access to food in the sense of all of these boxes of cereal that I could take with me because I worked in the cafeteria. Well, you know, it keeps you alive. Those are survival skills. Plus, not to mention the fact that I got to know and became a favorite of the cooks, all of whom happened to be Mexican American. You know, so they knew I was hungry for some of my own cultural food. And guess what? Often I'd find in the evenings when I went to work some good old beans or chili, or, I mean, this was awesome, you know? I mean, I felt like I was being taken care of by this extended family that I inherited. I don't take anything away from that job. It was a good job for me to have at that moment in time because it also allowed me to focus in on my academic coursework. I did very well as a student, and because I did very well as a student, it was actually the faculty themselves that approached me for some of the jobs that they had. Now this is interesting, because I was taking physics in my first year, the end of my first year, and I was doing very well. And when they handed back one of my homework papers, on top of it, you know, I did okay, and it said, "Why don't you see me after class for a job?" And of course, you know, I ended up working in atmospheric physics. That was a highly intellectual, demanding job, and I loved every minute of it. Because these scientists, and they were scientists, there's something about them believing in you, giving you ownership of a project, allowing you to put your name and initials on equipment that you were using. You know, it's kind of like yours. From there, I ended up working, you know, in a microbiology laboratory, and of course for pay. This is for pay. So you work extra and don't get paid. What's the big deal? You're loving what you're doing. If you're doing well in the class, go volunteer to wash dishes in that laboratory. Get your damn foot in the door, you know, and show them that you have ambition, that you work hard, and you'll be surprised what good things will come from that. Or go talk to these faculty during the summer and stay and work for them in their laboratories, with pay, of course, not for free. Because all of us have research dollars, and we need energetic, enthusiastic, young adults, you know, to do, if you will, the dirty work. But that's how you start off. Those are the kind of jobs that I would recommend to these students.